Alabama wins 27-25, the final score against South Carolina. We're going to talk all about it, of course, here on the Region's Fifth Quarter Show, but also coming up Monday night along with Corey Reamer. I'll be joined by him, as well as a full crew at Baumhower's in Vestavia Hills for Crimson Tide Rewind, presented by the Alabama Department of Public Health. All across the network, legendary fun, legendary food, always at Baumhower's Victory Grill. We'll be hearing from the head coach of the Crimson Tide, Kalen DeBoer, coming up in just a moment. And Alabama got off to a good start in this ball game, led 14-0 at the 2-minute timeout right before halftime. But then, Tyler, we saw a wave of momentum go back to South Carolina's way, with the Crimson Tide able to get again the final play that sealed this game in an Alabama victory.
You know, very similar to the end of the game. You going back to the first half, they score a touchdown. They get a safety and then a field goal, all in a short period of time. And then there towards the tail end, you score. And y'all were talking about it. If you take a knee, the game's over, and you only win by one, whatever. If I catch that ball, I'm going in the end zone as well. But the defense, 1 minute and 48 seconds on the clock, and they give up a touchdown. You can't do that. Fortunately enough, they were not able to get the 2-point conversion. But then the onside kick, you got to find a way to field that thing, right?
I mean, just some terrible things happening to us in this, different football games, man. We've been playing some really, really rough football, shooting ourselves in the foot, man, making it really hard for us to win football games.
Q Robinson gets a sack, and it's a face mask and a fumble. Game's over.
Oh, my God. Face mask and a fumble. Happened last week, like I said, in the Vanderbilt game at some real unfortunate times, man. I really, really, really can't put my finger on why these mistakes are happening right now, man. But they found a way to get out of this game with a W today. And Nick used to always say, can you learn without taking a loss? And they learned, hopefully, they learned this week, without taking a loss today, man. But this thing doesn't get any weaker, man. You got
No, it doesn't get easier.
Great football team that you're going to go play next week. Very explosive. Quarterback that can extend plays. One of the tallest quarterbacks in the league, man. So we got some things that we need to address. Like I said, man, we found a way to walk out of here. I don't know if we found the way or South Carolina found the way not to win the game. Whatever happened, it turned out in our favor, man. But we really, really got to look ourselves in the mirror, man, because we've been playing some really, really, really sad football.
Well, just at opportune moments, like you said. I mean, a couple of times where we have forced punts, but because of penalties, extended drives, forced turnovers, but because of penalties, extended drives. And those are the frustrating things I know that we sit up here in the aftermath and talk about, the woulda, coulda, shoulda, so to speak. But in the moment, when you're up 14-0, there has to be a central focus of, let's put them away now. Let's keep the pressure on them.
No doubt. And you have to make a quarterback like Lil Norris pay for his mistakes. He's a guy that, kind of remind me of a young Jalen Miro, can do some senseless things every once in a while. And he plays on a really good football team. Those guys have a really good roster. They went into the NIL and, got some guys that can win football games for them. But, his youth and lack of reps, kind of get them in trouble, man. And he did that today. But we did not capitalize on him making those mistakes today. Last week, Ole Miss capitalized on him making those mistakes, right. And they put that game away. And that game wasn't much of a game the entire game, man. The Crimson Tide has to find a way when these guys are making these type of mistakes to put guys away, man.
Again, Alabama gets the win, 27-25, the final score. We'll be back with more on the Region's Fifth Quarter Show next. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.